Well, hello there, Cancer. How are you? It is so good to see you. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we're doing your mid-January reading. This is good from now until about mid-February. We'll take a look first at the overall energy for the next few weeks, and then we'll go to the tarot to get any more details about obstacles on your path or areas of resistance and how you can move around those to manifest what you're truly desiring in your life. So let's jump into it. Let's see what we have on the horizon for you. Eagle Spirit has your back. Yeah, there's something that was kind of an energy coming through here where it really is about understanding that, especially over these next couple of weeks, we're moving into Aquarius season. Aquarius season, things are going to start really speeding up for you. But it's kind of like you have to allow yourself, there's something here about pulling back from what's right in front of you. It's kind of like allowing yourself to see the big picture and allowing yourself to go with the flow. Spirit wants to bring new people, new opportunities onto your path, but there's something a little bit like you're festering on maybe something from the past or just kind of like something that's going on in your life, but it's almost like Spirit saying, yoo-hoo. It's so interesting. They're saying, yoo-hoo, look over here. You're too festered here. There's something better over here for you. It's the number 23, and 2 + 3 = 5, and 5 is all about change. I also feel like something may be occurring for you on the 23rd. This could maybe be a lucky number for you or something that's really coming through. So we move into Aquarius season on the 21st. And so this is a couple of days after Aquarius season starts that I feel like there's almost like something new coming in for you, a new opportunity or a situation, relationship, new person coming onto your path. But don't allow yourself to have your head down and festering or obsessing over something. It's over here. Value and courage. Take action with passion. Yes. See, there's this new thing that's going to become available for you. And once again, I'm going to say, listen, the energies right now, especially with that full moon in Cancer that we had the other day, that energy is lingering. We're in the end of Capricorn season after 15 years of being in Pluto in Capricorn. That Capricorn energy is like almost hijacking the beautiful Aquarius energy that begins on the 21st. This is kind of like allowing yourself to say, I'm no longer festering on something, because that's that Capricorn energy. Capricorn is all about, I got to figure it out. I got to put my head down. I got to do my work, right? This is like something brilliant is coming in for you, but you have to allow yourself to say, I'm ready to try something new, right? I'm ready to look at a certain situation in a different way, right? There could be almost like a sense of healing coming in for you, being able to look at a situation from the past that was difficult, that you may still have that energy with you, especially with this full moon in Cancer and Mars is retrograde in your sign, right? A lot of things from the past could be coming up, but it's kind of like, okay, I'm finished with that pain, right? Allowing yourself to say, okay, I see it. I'm feeling it. I'm allowing myself to feel it. I'm allowing myself to heal it, to release it, because there's something better. And I feel like you may actually, because with this Eagle Spirit, there is the energy of seeing the bigger picture of a difficult situation you went through. Like perhaps, it's kind of interesting the way I have the cards here, right? The eagle's looking one way, this knight is looking the other way. It's kind of like, okay, you may have had to go your own way for some time, maybe a twin flame. It could be just a soulmate connection of some sort, romantic, business, family, friend, whatever. Had to go your own ways, but now you're seeing this situation, this difficulty in a new way, from more of a spiritual way. I think that came out in your 2025 reading too, Cancer. It doesn't mean you have to reunite with this person. There is a sense of, oh, I get it. I get why we had to go our own ways, right? You're understanding a sense of bringing peace to the situation. You could be reuniting, okay? I'm not saying you aren't, but it's kind of like, don't allow yourself to fall into that Capricornian energy of one person is right and the other person is wrong. This is kind of like, oh, wait a minute. You may have both been right, but for different reasons in your life. It's understanding a difficult situation more from a spiritual perspective than a earthly perspective. Wow, powerful energy coming in there. Okay, yes, look at this. First card out, mending. There's something you're wanting to mend, either in a relationship or a situation that you had with somebody else, where maybe you went your own separate ways, or this could be even a side of yourself that you're coming to terms with, right? Almost like healing your inner child. You see, it's kind of like they're angels or fairies, but it's kind of like your inner self, right? The little child part of you. It could even be a healing between yourself, even if it's just on a spiritual level, right? Yourself and somebody from your childhood. So it could be parents, or it could be traditional family roles or conditioned beliefs, right, that you grew up with. Yeah, the conflict card is coming out, okay? And I think it drained your energy. It may have made you feel like you weren't worthy of love or something, but you're understanding how this situation also unlocked for you who you really are, and a sense of being able to find yourself, right? Sometimes we have to go through those difficult situations in order to shed conditioned beliefs about ourselves or the way that we perceive the world or whatever. Understanding you may have grown up with a more narrow vision of that due to your perhaps upbringing or something, but now you're seeing things from this much bigger perspective of how the world works, right? And because of that, there's a sense of understanding that you may have had to have a difficult break from some people, especially maybe from childhood. It doesn't have to be, okay? But it's kind of like you had to have that break so that you could see things in a different way. It doesn't mean that they were right or they were wrong or you were right or you were wrong. We are coming out of that energy that somebody has to be right and somebody has to be wrong. This is understanding, we're moving into a Pluto in Aquarius energy. This is with us for the next 20 years, that we all can have our individual way of seeing the world, but when we allow ourselves to bring our individual ways of seeing the world and respecting each other's viewpoint of things, that we can really work together to go after creating a world more based on what is good for all, right? It's kind of like, yeah, this is beautiful. I feel like it could be, this is taking you to a beautiful place. It's taking you to a place of seeing your own life, your way in the world, from a loving perspective. Interesting, these three cards are flipped in the deck. I don't know why. You have the Two of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. Yeah, see, this is the energy of tapping into your intuition. You know, it's so funny. This is kind of like, this is the Two of Wands, but in this deck, she's holding the earth and she's looking at the moon. This is exactly the energy that's coming through. No longer looking at things from just this 3D perspective, but allowing yourself to look at it from this higher energy, using your intuition, allowing that veil to drop a little bit, to understand that we're living almost like in two realms, right? Things are playing out in the 3D realm, but you are tapping into that 5D realm. And so it's kind of like, I feel like you're a person that maybe can walk. The high priestess is that energy of being able to walk in both realms, or more than that, right? There's a lot of realms. So you can be walking in different realms, being open to spiritual gifts. We have moved into Pisces energy. The Pisces the North Node has moved into Pisces, South Node into Virgo. That happened on the 11th, on Saturday. And I put up a video about that. I really recommend, since this energy is coming out, go watch that video. I have some really good information about how this impacts all of us, and how you can use your Virgo South Node to tap into your Pisces North Node. Cancer, you're being called to really see the spiritual essence of who you are, really maybe tapping into some of your spiritual gifts. And we'll have that Pisces Virgo nodal energy for the next 18 months. This is you tapping into your spiritual energy, understanding the bigger picture of why certain things have worked out in your life. But look at this, Three of Pentacles. There's this sense of working, building something, okay? The Three of Pentacles is building things, but it's kind of like you don't have to build it just with that 3D mentality, right? It's kind of like, I want to build things, but I want to build things too with this 5D, working with your spirit guides, your angels, in order to build things in the 3D. I wouldn't be surprised, Cancer, if some of you aren't stepping into creating some type of a spiritual business where you are helping other people. You're co-creating with your high priestess energy here. You're co-creating with your spirit guides and angels in order to help those in the 3D to enlighten, to open up, those that are awakening, helping them to also work with their intuition. You're understanding, I think, that something difficult that happened previously in your life, okay, had to happen so that you could go on this journey of tapping into your spiritual essence. Wow. Cancer, this is really very profound. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I just, honestly, it really and truly is. Look at you. I'm just really, I have goosebumps, because if you're resonating with this is your call, that you are a spiritual teacher. It's time to start taking action. It is going to take a little bit of courage, right? You have the courage, the strength card. It is going to take courage. And then look, the next card underneath is the Knight of Wands. You know, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And then look, in this one, the two of them are coming back together, right? It's kind of like, I do feel like you're reconnecting with somebody. You had to go your separate ways. It's almost like, you know, you had to each go on your own journey in order to come back and to be able to, I'm trying to put these cards right, in order to become an energy of unity, in order to help. I feel like this is maybe a twin flame reading. It's definitely something where you're reconnecting with a soul partner in your life, right? And once again, that could be a friend, romantic, family, whatever. I also want to point out that this is depicted in this illustration as, I would say, male, and this one is female, right? It's almost like the divine masculine and feminine are coming back together. And once again, that could be even within yourself. You may have had to go on this journey in order to overcome any shadow aspects of yourself, either in the your own divine masculine or divine feminine energy, because we both have both of them. It's kind of like, okay, I can bring those energies back together, but also being able to bring in perhaps some type of a partner. I do feel like you have a partner coming in. Okay, it's going to be a great achievement. Healing light. You may be actually traveling to go see this person, or this person could be traveling to see you. This is a milestone. This is something actually you have been manifesting. I'm jumping to the end. You've been manifesting this, whether you realize it or not. Your soul has been manifesting it. I'll tell you what, I'm getting the message. You may have been fighting this in the 3D. No way. I'm not reuniting that with that person. They hurt me. The 3D element there, okay, is real. I'm not condoning anybody's actions. And I am very empathetic with what you've been through, okay? It truly is recognizing you've been through something on the earthly plane. And in that, there's also some conditioning of, no, I'm not going back to whatever that is. But in the 5D, this is, I don't know, it's really kind of interesting. Libra had somewhat of a similar message. So if you have Libra in your chart, you may want to take a look at that. This is a relationship that ended, but now has a new beginning. There is a sense of mending. Whether, I know some of you are going to say no, because we have the 3 of Swords here. I know it has been a difficult journey with this person or this situation. So let's see what we have here. And once again, if you're not resonating, that it's not another person, right? And then I feel like it's a part of yourself. There is that energy that you're reconnecting to your own inner child. You're understanding why you're here, right? And that part of you may have been shoved off, for one reason or another. You may have gone through something painful where you could allow yourself to shed, to look at any shadow aspects, once again, of your divine masculine or your divine feminine energies, right? And allowing yourself to go through that process. Yeah, look at, here you are. You have the 5 of Swords. There was some difficulty in the past, conflict. Could have been somebody. Once again, this is the energy of winning at all costs. There could have been somebody in your life that wanted to win at all costs. And because of that, right, an ending happened. It was kind of like this energy. I had that at the beginning. Somebody that said, this is the right, this is wrong. That could be a King of Swords in your life, or just the energy of growing up with that energy of this is right, this is wrong. This is yes, this is no. Right? This is black, this is white. It's kind of like somebody that doesn't see, oh, wait a minute, there's this whole bigger picture to how all of this works. There isn't a right or wrong way. There are many paths. There are many paths. It could have been somebody that thought you needed to take a certain direction in order to manifest what it was that you wanted, right? You could have listened to this person. There is a King of Swords energy here. Even though I don't have the King of Swords, strong King of Swords energy. King of Swords could be somebody in your life that was giving you advice at one time. Could once again be a parent, doesn't have to be, that told you the world works this way. You have to do it this way in order to be successful. They could have told you success looks like this. And you may have initially gone with that, but I think at some point you realized, wait a minute, they could have been doing that in order to kind of manipulate. There is an energy of manipulation here, but you're showing up in your own reading. No, I have to go. Once again, the 2 of Wands is showing up. I have to do it my way. There is a little bit of energy where at one point you said, I have to do it my way. Could have caused a conflict, right? This energy of we have to go our separate ways. But in that, okay? You've learned how to drop the burdens of what other people think you should do or whatever in order to find peace in going the way that you want to go, right? But here's the thing. I think that what has been holding you back here a little bit is perhaps, and this energy has really been coming up, Cancer, the energy, and because it's Capricorn energy, and we're clearing out that Pluto and Capricorn energy now, finally, after 15, 16 years, it is time for it to go. But it's that energy of understanding. You may feel a little guilt or shame for how this departure happened, how the part you may have played, what you may have said, how this worked it out in your life in some way. Okay, there's a little bit of energy of perhaps some guilt or shame, okay, around that, because we have to realize part of your spiritual awakening, right, is understanding that there isn't a right or wrong way, and therefore, okay, you did play a part in this split. Okay, even if it's only 1%, it's kind of like understanding, okay, I did play a part, and you may have some of that energy of guilt or shame, okay? But that's part of this ability to move forward, is to say, okay, wait a minute, I understand the bigger picture. You may even understand why somebody else acted the way they did. Right? There's kind of like, yeah, you're learning something new that brings clarity and balance back into this. I feel like you're learning a piece of information. I'm going to put it that way. You're learning a piece of information. It could come from somebody else. Okay. Interesting. It's also a page. It could come from a child. Could be it could be your child, right? It's so interesting. Or you could be a child and you're learning something new about the world or about your parents. You're learning something new about this situation. Okay, it has to do with this situation that's giving you clarity. You're understanding, oh, wait a minute. I didn't have all the pieces of information. I'm learning more about this situation. It's helping me to gain more clarity about what really happened, about perhaps on a spiritual essence, why this split had to occur. Or perhaps you're understanding why this person had to walk away from you, or you felt compelled to walk away from them. It was so that the two of you could go on your own journeys and learn information about yourselves and the way that you fit into the world and maybe what your life purpose is, right? So you're gaining clarity about yourself over this time period that you have been separated, but you're also learning a new piece of information at this time. Could come in on the 23rd, right? And it's kind of like giving you that sense of clarity about how to proceed to bring balance to this situation, because balance is here. And then the outcome is just beautiful. You're manifesting and you're the Queen of Cups, the loving woman, right? Queen of Cups twice. You're manifesting this divine feminine energy, all right, either returning into your life or living in that Queen of Cups energy. Queen of Cups is just loving, right? There's a sense of peace when we live in a world, even if it's the world we have to create for ourselves, right? We live in that world of love, of seeing situations from a perspective of love instead of a perspective of fear. Feeling like I have to protect myself so much so that you're closing your own heart. Here's the energy of opening your heart. It is also the energy of, going to go back to this, the High Priestess, right? Intuition, taking good care of yourself, but also loving those that are around you. And also using your intuition to guide you. I feel like, that King of Swords energy that I keep getting, I think that person was very much, and that's why it could be a parent or a society, somebody that especially told you about the 3D world, right? Was more concerned about material things, right? Was more concerned about that than love. in the world. And what you're understanding is that there's more, what you have learned to come to understand about yourself is that it's not just the material things in life, right? That it is the sense of, I want peace, I want love in my life, I want to build. I do feel like there is a little bit of energy of building something, whether that's a spiritual business or relationships or whatever. I want to build something that brings more peace and love and joy into the world, instead of this energy of perhaps this person could have been very judgmental, right? Focusing on what the bad of people or situations in life, instead of saying, hey, how can I help? Right? Queen of Cups is very open to helping others. She takes good care of herself first. She prioritizes herself, but then she's willing to give to others. Yeah, I feel like, to me, that energy has really been popping up with the LA fires. Okay, if you are out there, I am sending you so much love and hugs. It's heartbreaking to see what is going on out there. And I think the thing that sometimes is a little bit out of this realm is the energy of people wanting to jump into the blame game, right? We see a lot of this polarization in our society right now, right? One person is right and the other person is wrong. This is the energy of, okay, I'm not saying people shouldn't be held responsible or accountable for their actions, all right? But there's also the energy of, hey, how can I jump in and help? What can I do to help the situation not throw they're saying fuel on the fire, right? Instead of stepping into this energy of pointing fingers. And that is, I think, the energy that you had to split from, that somebody in your life may have been a bit judgmental, or you may have followed that person for a while thinking that they were right. They could have been very successful or something like that, and you may have been, I think that person knows the way, I'm going to follow them. But then what you realized, that you were too far away from who you truly are. It was time to go on this journey of rediscovering, going back in and rediscovering who you are. And that's where you are. You're understanding. In Cancer, you are one of the most loving zodiac signs, right? It's kind of like, oh my goodness, I can do so much more for the world and for myself, right? Bring in the sense of abundance and joy and happiness when I allow myself to be my most loving self instead of my judgmental self. I think that there's something here. The message I'm getting is, look at those illustrations. I'll try to turn my hand there. Look at those illustrations. There is nothing either one of them are wanting. That is the sense of peace and joy and being present and understanding. There's just such a sense of peace and joy and, just feeling fulfilled in their lives. And neither one of them are sitting in a big fancy castle, right? It's kind of like, no, I'm just here. I have my dog and my flowers. I'm looking at the beautiful scenery around me. I'm in nature. I'm enjoying my life and my experience here on earth. Instead, Queen of Cups again. Yeah. Oh, yes. I think that that's what you're doing. You're reconnecting, okay, to this Six of Cups, energy of the past, who you really are as a child. You may be feeling like, yeah, I had to go through this heartbreak in order to find the childlike essence of who you are, right? There's something there about going back, mending your own childlike essence of who you are, loving yourself. We have the Queen of Cups 3 times. Okay, so the Queen of Cups is really allowing yourself that intuitive energy of where does my heart want to go, and looking at what in your life at this time is not in alignment with that, right? It's kind of like, oh my goodness, I feel like I'm being called to have more love in my life, and perhaps reuniting with people from the past that really I think that there is something in all of the energies right now about allowing ourselves to see situations from the past and understanding it from a different perspective. There is a sense of forgiveness. If you're drawn to my channel, a sense of allowing ourselves to forgive does not mean you have to reunite, but this is an energy of I am holding space in my heart, right? I'm allowing myself to hold space in my heart for someone, okay? Or this energy of yourself, your own inner child. Wow. Okay. Let's pull a soul truth card for you. And Cancer, I do personal readings. So if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I also have your 2025 reading up, so you may want to take a look at that. Am I on the right path? Yes, you are on the right path, okay? So know this, you are on the right path. Keep going, keep believing, keep remembering, remembering, that is this. This is remembering who you are, remembering that you made a soul contract and that you are currently fulfilling it in every area of your life. Even if you can't see it, that does not mean it's not real. Yeah, that's where you're moving. You're moving to this energy of living life in a more peaceful way, and part of that is this difficult journey that you have been on, right? But recognizing that all of those difficult experiences have brought you to this beautiful place where you're stepping into a world of love. All right, Cancer, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for all your support by liking, commenting, and subscribing, and I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.